Good afternoon. Um, yeah, quite a title, right? You see that title? Today I want to talk about information that is getting to your blood, getting into your blood, into your cells. And diabetes is a devastating disease. Don't kid yourself. If you have diabetes, it is going to kill you. Okay? That's about as serious as I can get. I'm so tired of watching people slowly give ground to their health, and it frustrates me. Like, it hurts. It doesn't frustrate me. It hurts. A doctor friend of mine said that he just hates it when he has to take care of open sores on a type 2 diabetic or 1 on their feet, and to treat those because they won't heal because there's a circulation problem. That's diabetes, is a circulation problem. So he said that he hates it when he has to start taking care of open sores that won't heal. You know why? I'll never forget what he said. He said, yeah, he says, you start whittling and you don't stop until they're dead. That's what he said. And here is the crazy thing. If you have type 2 diabetes, almost certainly, like 95% chance you are going to be able to reverse diabetes without medication. It just depends on how bad you want it. What life do you want to live? That's what the question is. If you love life, if you love your family, if you want to see things in the future, like grandkids get married, kids graduate from college, kids graduate from high school, kids get out of juvie, get on the right path. If you have anything you want to look forward to in life, how are you going to get there if your health is failing? And so I want to talk about information briefly, and just because I want to stay inspired to reset my life. I'm on as some of you who have watched the previous videos, you know that I'm on this path, 16 days to be heart attack and stroke proof. And it's backed by science. So if anybody wants information, I'd be glad to get you information. And that's what your cells are looking for. Your cells are looking for information. It is crazy. It is crazy what our bodies can read out of information. I eat that. It is information that goes right through the bloodstream to the cells. And the part of the miracle is that each cell knows exactly what information to receive and what information to pass on to the next guy. Is that crazy? This is truth. Your body is miraculous. So you want to send information to your cellular structure so that those cells know what to do. Now, this is also really crazy. I'm going to tell you something at the end if I don't forget. I don't know how you're going to remember to tell me, but because you can't communicate. I don't know how to do messaging so that I can answer questions. I want to learn that, but information. In this orange, in every, I don't care if it's an apple, an orange, a grape, it doesn't matter, blueberry, it doesn't matter. Bioscientists know that there's over 10,000 different identified nutrients. It's like unbelievable when you think about it. Well, I'm going to tell you right now because here's kind of anybody who knows me, you know that I'm not a big math genius, but I think this is amazing, showing the power of connections, because if you have, talking about information, so here's a vitamin C, okay? Well, vitamin C here and vitamin C here are different ball games. I'm not saying this is bad for you. It's good for you. Vitamin C, and you need to get that shot. Not downplaying that at all, but it does not compare. It does not compare to what God made. Because here's what bioscientists know. They know that these 10,000 different nutrients working synergistically like a team, it just takes a small amount of vitamin C out of an orange in comparison to just a slammer jammer, whatever mega vitamin C's you got in there. Those guys like crazy. The biochemists can't figure out how these work synergistically for the power that it produces in a human being compared to, this is still good for you, fruits, vegetables, berries, what God made, plant-based. That's how you kick diabetes ass. Right, I said it. I said it on live Facebook. But you guys, it's our choice. It's our choice. Type 2 diabetes it's a disease of a lifestyle, of choices. That's what it is. You develop diabetes because the simple Redford version is that you have insulin, you need this glucose, you need it, but it needs the glucose, the sugar needs to get into the cell to motorize your body, especially like muscle cells and liver, all that. So that energy needs to get into the cell to create the power in your body. And the sugar, the glucose, can't get into the cell because the cell, inside the cell, is clogged up with fat. I think it's called intramyocellular lipids. I think that's the name of it. Doctors create these fancy words so that we don't know what they're saying, but it's fat inside a muscle cell, and that glucose is trying to get into that cell so that you have energy, you have alertness, you want to go somewhere, you just don't feel lethargic throwing yourself on the couch and going, I just don't want to do anything. That energy is not getting into your cell to motorize you. The information's there. Your body's producing, type 2, your body's producing insulin. You don't need more insulin. You need to get the fat out of the cell. And that's what I'm talking about, a plant-based diet. Oh my word. Tim Keller, my friend, I got to tell you this. So this was 7 years ago, and I had beat the cancer and was living this great life. And someone introduced me to a guy named Tim Keller. He lives here in Granger, Indiana. And his blood sugar, they called me up, and that's why I went up to meet with Tim, because Todd Harris said, hey, you gotta come up and meet Tim, and he wants to talk to you about nutrition. I went up there. Tim's been in medical all of his life. Graduated University of Notre Dame. He was a nurse, blah, blah, blah. Pharmaceutical company, distribution. Anyway, he's been in medical, and he's freaking out because he's in his 40s, and he's got type 2 diabetes with numbers that are out of control. 11.6 A1C. If you're a diabetic, that's getting up there. That's really unhealthy. And he had his blood sugar was, I think, around 500. Yeah, around 500, 480 something. And so we're sitting down because he's freaking out, because he knows the journey of a type 2 diabetic. I think diabetes is the biggest killer of everything, if you actually included like stroke, heart, Parkinson's, any cardiovascular disease. it comes out of diabetes. It's like, just like my dad. My dad got diabetes, and then he had a heart attack, and then he had a stroke, and it's like bam, 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 bam. And that's going to happen to you or your mother or your grandmother or whoever if they just go along with get the pill, get the shot. Look at the journey. A type 2 diabetic's life average is 18 years less than the average. And it's not a pretty death. So I am sorry for being so intense. I am, but I'm not, because I like to have fun, as many of my friends here know that. But it's something we can make a choice. So what do you want? What's the life you want? Well, then let's make the choices to do that today. Let's just do that. And so anyway, I think this video is probably long enough. I don't even know how long I've been talking here, but I'll end with this. In the power of the synergistic power of the 10,000 different phytonutrients. So I'm getting nutrients from so if you watch the other videos, you know that there's different phytonutrients from all the different colors of the rainbow in the garden and orchard, etc., the vineyard. So the more you eat, the more phytonutrients you have. So you're kind of building a wall of protection around you with phytonutrients that are building different parts of the wall, if you will. I don't know if that's a good visual for you, but it is for me, because I want to build this. I want to build this stronghold that where I'm safe within my immune system, because that's what's protecting me. And so all the phytonutrients that come from all these different things, all these, if you're going to get a health product, get something that's food. Okay, there's high quality. You can get. There's a number of companies that are making powders. So if you take all the whole food that I take every day, I take from the garden, the orchard, the vineyard, I eat. My body is getting slammed with phytonutrients and plant life, and not building the fat up inside my cell. And so if you took the synergy power of all the vitamins, the minerals, the nutrients, and the phytonutrients that are trying to get to yourself, you took the synergistic power of that. This is kind of a visual for you, and it's a powerful visual. You know that if you take two Legos and connect them together, how many possible combinations are there to connect two? There's 24 different possibilities. What if you take 3 Legos? How many possibilities? You're not going to believe it. 1080. That's right. 1,080 different ways to connect just 3. You take 6. Get ready, blow your mind. 6 Legos connected together, different ways. 915 million different possible ways. You guys, get fruits, vegetables, berries, powders, as much as you can. Even if you're making some bad choices, at least you're making some good choices. And those phytonutrients go through your body, and a fat cell knows which ones to receive and which ones to pass on. A muscle cell knows which nutrients to receive. They all have to take in different information. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. That is crazy. That our cellular structure is getting all this information passed on to it by the blood, the circulation, and each cell knows which information to take in, which information, not reading that, it's not for me. Crazy. That's power, and there is so much power. I just want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to get the right information to your cells, and the right information's in here. Your body doesn't know what the heck to do with a candy bar. Yeah, really. Doesn't know what to do. It's like that information's coming into the cell, but it is going to be put somewhere. You know how you stack stuff in corners that your room or your kid's room can start getting piled up in that corner, because it's like, that's when you send a candy bar into your bloodstream or whatever else. It's not going to kill you. You know that. You've eaten plenty of them. So have I. But that information gets just kicked into the corner. And it ends up bubbling out our sides. But the information out of here, God made it. He made us. He made us so that we could eat what he made, and it would give life to us. What if we ate his word in every way? Like he's trying to speak to us and how to live our life. He's trying to guide us to live a long, healthy life. And a life to the full is what one translation of the Bible says. But he wants us to live this awesome life. What if we just ate his word mentally, ate it, took it into our heart, like a cud, chewed it up, that word from God, leading you in your life, and then you make a decision and follow through with your action and just, I'm doing that, whatever that is. And that's the way we live life to the full. Because the God who made the nutrients inside of this knew that our cells needed it. He knows everything. All right, well, I went longer than I thought, and I rambled just a little bit, but I just want to pray a blessing over your life, that God would keep you safe. He would bring you joy and peace. That the relationships in your life would work through their kinks, and you would listen to God as you work through those and see him do miraculous things in your family and in your life. That we would chase after him. Oh, I want to, excuse me, God, I got to throw this in because I was thinking about it. I really love it when you hit those hearts and those likes and stuff like that. But not for the reason that, if you've ever watched YouTube videos or whatever, and people go, hit the subscribe button and hit that blah, blah, blah. And I'm not saying it for that. I'll tell you why I'm saying it. I'll tell you why I'm saying it. I got to keep, thank you. I'll tell you why I ask you to hit that like button, because it's not because I'm trying to sell anything. It's because I love people. And I don't even know who all's on here, but I love you. And people are the most important thing in my life. People are most important. Other human beings. And so I have no way of getting feedback from you guys through a camera. It's awkward. But I love sitting across, my favorite thing is sitting across the table from like one person and just looking in their eyes and reading the things beneath the actual words that are being said, and hear their heart and celebrate with them or mourn with them or go through the struggle with them, feel their hurt, their pain, their joy, whatever. That's what I love in life. That's what I love. That's what makes my day. And so the only reason I say periodically those thumbs, those hearts, whatever, if you agree with something, I don't know, can you send arrows down? I don't know. I really don't know that much about it. I just know that I see hearts go across the screen and thumbs up. So anyway, I already prayed the blessing over your life, and our God, who's able to do immeasurably more. That's a hard word for me to say. I won't try it again. You'll think I've gone to tongues. You know my heart, God. You know that I believe with all of my heart that you can do more than we can possibly imagine, and that you want to do it in everybody's life that's on this today. All right. Have a great day. God bless, and we'll see you later.